fire, and the smoke is going to the south, and so is the flames. Now, that is Sesnon right there. Right now, they've got structure protection in place. I believe they're going to start asking for evacuations. The fire really just starting to get going. If you live in this area, you know it's always windy. Porter Ranch, Granada Hills, even when it's calm everywhere else, they have a wind. And the real concern is that they're going to get hot embers to hop over Sesnon and get to some of these tracks in here. Opera Roscoe, Gillette, Dorsey Street. All those streets right now are threatened. LA City has 2 helicopters on this. Obviously, the aircrafts are stretched thin with the other fires we have. A lot of city fire resources are on the Palisades fire, but units are just now responding. The Caterpillars are going to get in here, the dozers, and they're going to start and try and make a line around this as quickly as possible. But it's just frightening to think we have another fire. And once again, this is a real tough wind-prone area. Right now, the battle is to stop this from spreading to the homes. They're doing their best, but it really is just the start of this blaze. Yeah, so far that's what we've been told to do. All right. Nah. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to cook. People are getting out, huh? All right. Up to the road. What road do you mean? Oh, it's burning right down to Sesnon. I think it's got to hop Sesnon before it gets to. Well, no, there is that little community there. Is that Juliet?
No, Juliet is the first street.
What's that one? What's that other street? The one on top, closest to the flames. Which one's that? Tuscan, Tuscan, Tuscan.
Yep. Tuscan.
So I guess that fuel right next to the homes is going to be the key, huh?
Yeah, right.
If it spreads into one of those homes, it's going to be a problem. If it gets in those trees.
Yeah. Luckily, they're nukes.
Say again? Okay. Oh, hold on, hold on. All right, so Balboa to the east, Tampa to the west. North, I would think. South of Sesnon, so. All right.
Down there a little bit. Look at that palm tree.
Yeah, you can see that.
In fact, if you've been through it again, it makes it a bit easier. You're a bit more prepared.
Great advice. And you bring up the looting. It's hard to fathom that people would be so cruel and take advantage of times like this. Dr. Small, thank you so much. And let us know, please, about your home. We'll follow up with you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Firefighters are slowly making progress with the Eaton fire, we're told, which is responsible for 5 of those 10 lives that have been lost so far. Right now, the wildfire has destroyed nearly 14,000 acres northeast of Los Angeles, and it's just 3% contained. Our Alex Stone has been on the ground there in Altadena, and since the fires have been started, or since the fires started, rather. And Alex, I understand the National Guard is now on the ground helping assist LA crews. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, in 2 different ways, Kira. They are helping out crews. One is at roadblocks now. National Guard military police are actually manning many of the roadblocks. And then with the firefighting, about 600 National Guard members who are specially trained to fight fire. They are alongside the firefighters, and they are doing the hard work of putting out these flames as well. I want to show you this neighborhood that we're in Altadena right now. Everything is gone. Christmas decorations are up and have melted in some areas, but look at this car over here. This just shows you the back windshield completely melted in. It just turned into liquid and melted in here. Every other bit of it is gone, and the homes around it, one after another, they all look like this. There is nothing left but the chimneys in these homes. Over here, there is gas that is still spewing, fire coming out of that. You can hear at least here on scene, we can hear the shh sound of the gas still coming out. Crews came by a little while ago to begin turning off the water, which is important because they need to bring up the water pressure in the system for the fire hydrants. So they are going by because when a fire burns, it then shears off all of the pipes in these homes, and you have water spewing out. That brings down the water pressure and creates the problem of not enough pressure in the lines for the firefighters, for the fire hydrants. So they are coming through and turning off all the water right now, but the gas is still spewing in this neighborhood. In these trees above me, there are 2 green parrots that keep flying around. They got out of somebody's home, we believe. They are pet parrots that escaped the fire, and they're trying to stay alive right now, and they're in the trees. But every home, Kira, is gone. Down at the end of this street, there's a blow-up Santa that is melted. There are Christmas lights that are melted on a number of these homes. Shows you the time of the year that we were in. Just everybody's lives frozen in that moment on Wednesday morning when the fire came through here. Kara.
Yeah, this has been one of the hardest places hit. I mean, it was just a couple days ago you were standing there watching firefighters with no water and watching homes burn. And now you've got military assets there trying to deal with what's left. Alex Stone, appreciate you. Thank you. Now to an emergency evacuation at frigid, snowy Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. It happened this morning. Delta Airlines says 200 passengers on a flight bound for Minneapolis from Atlanta were forced to evacuate this morning due to an engine issue. Passengers exited the plane by slides and waited in freezing temperatures before ground transportation took them back to the terminal. The airport says 4 passengers reported minor injuries. 3 were treated on the scene and 1 was transported to the hospital. Our Ike Ajachi is there at the airport in Atlanta. So Ike, tell us more.
Yeah, Kira, this is a very frantic scene right here at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport earlier this morning. You said it there yourself, a Delta Airlines jet with 201 passengers, 7 crew members, was forced to evacuate earlier this morning after a reported engine issue caused that aborted takeoff shortly after 9 a.m. We know that 4 individuals were injured. One of them was taken to a local hospital, while 3 other passengers were treated for minor injuries right here at the airport. And we are being told this incident did cause further delays. However, Delta says it's unsure if the weather had anything to do with the aborted takeoff. Now, the footage obtained by ABC News shows that Delta plane stuck on the tarmac with those emergency inflatable sliders coming out of the plane. We see a lot of those passengers frantically exiting the plane, essentially trying to get away from the area as fast as they could as those emergency crews essentially convalesced around that plane. Now, in a statement, Delta wrote, quote, "Flight crew followed established procedures to suspend the takeoff after an indication of an engine issue." Again, the airport says that the aircraft aborted that takeoff at 9:10 on its way to Minneapolis. Now, according to Live ATC, ABC News was able to listen to the pilots in the plane as this incident was unfolding.
All right, 30 seconds and throw it to break. Anchor toss though, right? Or is it a cold open? All right. All right. Copy. All right. They're gonna knock this down, huh? Copy. 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 Ready? I'm Scott Rife, Air 7 over the Archer fire that broke out here in Granada Hills just after 10:30 this morning. And this is a critical moment right now. It's about 5 to 7 acres, winds about 20 miles out of the north. If they could save this corner right there, that's Tuscan and Sesnon, and stop the fire from spreading to the homes in the area, it's going to be fine. But right now, that is the battle. This is an area that always gets a lot of wind. LA City Fire has 3 or 4 helicopters on this right now trying to knock it down. Please stay with us. We'll be right back with a further update. Sure. Oh, really? Colson's there? Oh, they just knocked us out for sure now. Chinooki. Yeah. You re-rack that? Oh, here comes Blackhawk. That's county, huh? Oh, maybe they already called them off. Looking pretty good. You see the trees still blowing around down there? Not as bad. Yeah.
They're saying
30, huh? Okay. All right, ready to go. Copy. Do you have that queued?
Yep.
All right. You want to play it? Just make sure it does. Just a little bit of it. Perfect. Oh, we'll back it a little. A little more. Oh, that's fine. Back it up a little. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, better. Anywhere. Where you started, it was perfect. I think they already released the Chinook, huh? Yeah. What's going on back there?
My ejaculation alerts keep going off. Huh? We have another one. I stepped out.
Stop back there. It's starting to bother me. Too many evacuations going on. At your age, I'm surprised you can evacuate so many times. Oh, it's looking great. I mean, great news from the Archer fire. When this first took off, boy, we really thought it could come down the hill and burn toward Tuscan and Sesnon. That's on the bottom of your screen there. It's in Granada Hills, right next to O'Melveny Park. But, boy, they were able to save it, and the reason they could were the helicopters. Here's video we shot moments ago. The Chinook came in, and it made a drop, 3,000 gallons. It was significant, and it really did a lot to knock this fire down. We'll come back out to a live shot. There was a lot of concern that the fire might jump Sesnon, might come to this neighborhood right here off of Tuscan and Sesnon, and once it did that, it would really be a problem. But City Fire responded quickly. They did go into a mandatory evacuation in this area. I think that will be lifted soon. We'll show you a wide shot. For the most part, about 30 acres. You see the structure protection in place. A 30-acre fire, but for the most part, it looks like it's nearly a knockdown. Firefighters will stay on scene to make sure it doesn't flare up. The wind's about 20 miles an hour out of the north. Certainly nothing like we saw a few days ago. Thank goodness for that. If we had those winds, we may have lost a lot of homes in this area. Philip, Giovanna? Sure. Hey, Chris. All right. Let's climb. Let's go east. Yeah, same place as before. We were told to go to the Eaton fire. Chris said he was going to tell you. Power me up, my friend. I want to go to about 17,000 feet. Altadena